Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of my 26 books I want to read in 2026. This is Vlogmas Day 21. I'm just going to jump right into it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books left, so let's get into it. One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. I read the first 2 books in this. I don't know if it's a series or if it's just a trilogy. I don't know if she's coming out with any other books besides these, but I read the first 2 books, which was, what's it called? It was Meet Me at the Lake and, oh my god, what was it called? I'm gonna look it up because that's gonna. Every Summer After? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Every Summer. Yes, it was. Every Summer After and Meet Me at the Lake, and now One Golden Summer. I still haven't read this, and I've had this since, I think, this summer. I think so. Yeah, I'm hoping to getting around to finishing this series or trilogy. I don't know if she's coming out with a 4th book or not, but we'll see. Next, I wasn't gonna put this in this video either, but I read one book by this author so far, and it is one of my favorite books of all time, plus my favorite Christmas book of all time, my absolute favorite Christmas book of all time. And yeah, and I'm hoping to start reading her I'm hoping to start reading one of her other books, Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, before Christmas. The book I'm reading now, The Christmas Postcards by Karen Swan, is pretty good. It's way better than her last book that I read by her. But yeah, I'm hoping to have that book done by Christmas Eve because 1, my aunt wants to read it, and 2, there's another book. Again, it's called Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. I want to start reading that one by Christmas Eve. I want to have it started, so yeah, because I'm very excited to read that one. And after the first book, plus apparently there's a lot of Home Alone references, and Home Alone is like my favorite Christmas movie ever, so I'm very excited to read that one. But anyway, so I read, what's it called? How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by this author. Yeah. I'm obsessed. Literally my favorite Christmas book I've ever read, and one of my favorite books of all time. I'm obsessed. And the smut, the spice in it was, loved it. And she also has pictures. But anyway, Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. Like I said, I wasn't going to put this in this video, but after reading How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, and I'm hoping to start Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal very soon, I was like, you know what? I love her books already, so I'm just going to include this one in this video. So, Sprayed Edges. I think there's some pictures. Yes, there is. So, this is... Okay. There's one picture. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. Apparently, this is the most terrifying novel ever written. It literally says at the top, the most terrifying novel ever written, which I'm all about that. I love scary stuff and the horror movies. Yeah. If this is about... Okay, no. Oh, yes, it is. Ooh. Okay, I'm excited. I might actually read this during October for Halloween. Because I love scary stuff, especially during the month of Halloween. Horror movies, yes please. So apparently, it has Reagan's name in it, so... And that's the girl's name in the actual movie, The Exorcist, which is one of my favorite horror movies ever, so... Is this the same as the movie, just the book version? I'm assuming so. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this one. Next one. Again, I wasn't going to include this one in this video either, but I remember being at Walmart and reading the back of it, and I'm like, that sounds so cool, I am getting this. This is You Can't Hurt Me by Emma Cook. It's basically about this girl named Ava, who, ever since she was born, she has never felt any pain. She can get a paper cut, break a limb, or even give birth without feeling a single thing, which is nuts. But then she ends up dying. That's all I'm going to say. And it sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to read this one. Next, Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. In the last part, I said that I wanted to read this book as well, also by Jason Rekulak, The Last One at the Wedding. And I said that I've heard more things about this book than this book. But I am so excited for this one. There was a girl on TikTok. I watched one of her TikToks one time, and she makes a lot of book videos, like on her book talk account. And she was saying how it's a soft DNF, so she's gonna come back to this one, but she soft DNF'd it because she was reading this book at like, I don't know, in the middle of the night, like 1 a.m. or something like that. And it was just her up. Her kid was gone to bed, and I think she said her husband was working or something. And she had to get her little kid to get up out of bed and come into bed with her because she was so scared. And it's not because of the book itself, it's because there's pictures in this book. And I'm just going to see if I can find the picture that, like, she showed some of the pictures in the TikTok that she posted. And I am going to try to find that one picture. Because there's one picture that she showed, and I'm like, I understand. I understand why you had to get your kid to wake up and come into bed with you, because I probably would too, because what is this? What is this? Yeah. I mean, okay. I'm not really scared, but, like, apparently the pictures get weirder and... No. Are you kidding me? What is that? But yeah, apparently the pictures get weirder and weirder as the book goes on, which I'm not even going to scroll. I'm not even going to skim through the rest of this book because I don't want to be spoiled, but apparently the pictures get weirder and scarier as the book goes on. So, yeah, I'm probably going to end up reading this one during Halloween or like October too, so can't wait to read this one. This one I'm so excited for. I've heard so many good things about this book. It's insane. This is the Mind Up series by S.T. Abbey. Yeah. I'm very excited. Obviously I haven't read this yet, but I thought at first that this had a lot of smut in it. Apparently it doesn't. Apparently it does have some smut or some spice, I think. But I think it's supposed to be about this girl that gets revenge or something like that. I don't know exactly like what it's about, but I'm excited to read it, and it sounds really, really good just based on the stuff I've heard. I probably have heard so many good things, like more good things about this than most books that I own or read, so I'm very excited for this one. Next, Tender as a Flesh by Augustina Bazterrica. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, I could be butchering that too. Apparently this one's really disturbing as well, so we'll see how this one goes. Another Frida book, because I'm obsessed with her books. Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I think out of any Frida book that I've ever heard of, I've heard more good things about this one than most of her books, so I'm excited for this one. Next, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. You guys will see this one in my, I think it's November TBR. No, November book haul video. Because I did get this during November, I believe. It was like really late in November. Or it might have been early December. But I think it was in November. So you'll be seeing this book again in my November book haul, which is coming. So I'm thinking I'm going to post that probably on the 23rd, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, this is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I picked this up. I think I got this at Walmart about a month ago now. And I picked it up and I showed Mom and I was like, this isn't true. Because, like, I love my mom. So. But yeah, this is her autobiography, I think. Yeah, so apparently her mom was really abusive, so that sucks, but yeah, I'm excited to read this one. I've heard good things about this one as well. And the last book that I'm hoping to read in 2026, The Black Farm by Elias Witherow. This one has a lot of... Let me just say, check your trigger warnings if you want to read this book. Or even look up what it's about. Because it has... Okay, trigger warning, I'm going to say... Okay, I'm not going to say exactly what it's about. But I will say, trigger warning, by the way. There is talk of... Again, trigger warning. There is talk of suicide in this book. And miscarriage. So, that's all I'm going to say. But it sounded pretty interesting. I'm not... Obviously, miscarriages and, like, suicide is very sad. But, yeah, I saw this book and I heard what it was about. And I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. So, and I'm into really, really scary and weird books like this. So, yeah. If you guys want to read this, definitely look up your trigger warnings because this is very heavy on that stuff. So, yeah. There's that. The Black Farm. And apparently the guy in this book, this guy, I'm assuming, his name is Pig. I'm not going to say anything else other than that, but apparently his name is Pig. So even the name Pig for this creature, or whatever it is scary itself. So, but yeah, there's that. Those are 26 books that I want to read in 2026, or I'm hoping to like get around to reading in 2026. If you guys enjoyed today's video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 22. Bye, guys.